this video, we will learn how to solve quadratic equations by factorization when we have to factorize the left hand side by splitting the middle term. So theoretically what we have to do, we have to find out two numbers p and q such that p plus q is equal to b and p into q is equal to the product of the coefficient of x square a and the constant term c. So when the numbers are very small numbers a, b, c are very small, then it is very easy, we can very easily guess those two numbers p and q. But when the values of a, b, c are quite large numbers, then sometimes it becomes very difficult to find those two numbers to split the middle term and factorize it. So in this video I will tell you some tricks how to find those two numbers quickly. Okay, so for that, before we start with some examples, let me tell you about the sign of p and q, how to take those signs. And so first what we do, find out the sign of b, sign of ac, then we can guess the sign of p and q. Observing the sign of b and ac, we can decide what will be that sign of p and q. So here we will assume one more thing. Let's say p, and out of these two p is greater than q. To decide about the sign of p and q, let us see what is the pattern, how to decide about p and q. So observe the sign of b. If b is positive and the product of a and c is also positive, and the product is positive means p and q both will be of same sign, either both positive or both negative. So if the product is positive, so we have to decide whether both are positive or both are negative. For that we see the sign of b. If sign of b is positive, then both p and q are positive numbers, and the sum of pq will be equal to b. Okay, now if b is negative and the product is positive, now product is positive means again b and q will have the same sign, either positive or both are negative. So again when we come to know that they have the same sign, then to decide about what is the sign, you just see the sign of b. If sign of b is positive, both are positive. If sign of b is negative, these two are both negative. So here in this case also the sum of p and q must be equal to b. So both are same sign, so we add them to get the value of b. Okay, and if b is positive and ac is, the product is negative, now the product is negative means one of these two, p and q, one will be positive and one will be negative. Now which one will be positive, which one will be negative, to decide that we see this sign b. b is positive, it means the result of these two, when we add these two, when the sum of these two must be positive, so the bigger number must be positive. Okay, so whatever is the sign of b, that will be the sign of the bigger number. So we have assumed b is greater than q, so p is positive and q is negative. And when the value of b is negative and also ac is negative, now ac is negative means the sign of p and q both will be opposite, one will be positive, one will be negative. Now after that alternate sign, so now after that you see the sign of b. So this will tell us the sign, what is the sign of the large number, bigger number. So it is, if it is negative means this p is negative and q is positive. Okay, and also one more thing, now when we are having both opposite signs, one is positive, one is negative, in that case the difference of p and q will be equal to the numerical value of b. Okay, without sign, if we see In these two cases, thus we have to add this to get the numerical value of b, and in these two cases when the product is negative, find the difference of these two to get the numerical value of b without sign. Now after that you see the sign and put the signs accordingly. Now let us take one example. We'll take one example. So first let us take the small number only. So 3x square plus 10x plus 7 is equal to 0. Now in this case we have to split it and then factorize it. For that, see what is the sign of b. B is positive, and what is the product of AC? AC is 7 3 is 21, so this is again positive. So it means we will take both P and Q positive. So we have to assume what are the two numbers whose sum is 10 and the product is 21. So for that, what we do, 21, and see the factors of 21, when these are small numbers, not very difficult. So here we have 2-3 possibilities only. So 1 into 21, 3 into 7. So here you can see that sum of these 3 and 7 is 10. So our required numbers are 3 and 7. So here we can write 3x square plus this 10x we can write as 3x plus 7x plus 7 equal to 0, and then you find the common factor of first and second term. Common factor of first and second term is 3x. So what is left here? 3x is taken out, so x is left here and 1 is left here. Out of these two, third and fourth term, what is common? 7 is common. So x is left from here and 1 from here. Now you can see these two terms. We have these two terms in which this binomial factor is common. So now we can take this x plus 1 will take out common. So what is left from here? 3x, and from here it is 7 equal to 0. Now using the zero product law, zero product rule, when the product of the two factors is equal to 0, it means one of these two will be definitely 0. So either x plus 1 equal to 0 or 3x plus 7 is equal to 0. So this gives us x is equal to minus 1. This is the one for first solution, and this gives us x equal to minus 7 by 3. So we get two roots of the quadratic equation. Clear? So here the numbers were small, so it was easy to guess the numbers. Now I'll take one example where the numbers are a little bigger, and in that case how to find those two numbers. One more example I'm taking as 45x square plus 76x minus 28 equal to 0. Okay, so here value of b is 76, that is positive, and what is the value of AC? Whatever it is, we are not interested in the value, we are interested only in the sign. So it is negative. Here also just write the sign. B is positive and the product of A and C will be, because this is positive, this is negative, so if you multiply them we get a negative. It means P and Q will have opposite sign. So you see, if P is greater than Q, B is positive, so the bigger number will be positive and the smaller number will be negative. Okay, now we can proceed to guess what are the two numbers. Now we have to multiply 45 and 28. So 45 into 28. So instead of multiplying, what we do, you factorize this. 45 is 3 into 3 into 5, and 28 we can write as 2 into 2 into 7. Now our, see, when we have opposite sign, then the difference of these two must be this value of b. So we have to make two groups of these factors in such a way that their difference is 76. So here you can see as this, say if I take this as 9 and this becomes 7 to the 14, 14 into 10, 140, 140 and 9, the difference is more than 76. And if we take like this, you have to just make different groups. And now if we make two groups, 3 into 3 into 5 into 2 equal to 90 and 2 into 7 equal to 14, then the difference is 76. Like this, we have to try different groups of factors to get the sum or difference as required numbers. Always keep the rules of sign in mind. Once we get the required sum or difference, then the product of those two groups are our required two numbers. Okay? Sign according to the sign, and these things also you need not to write like this every time. You can keep in your mind, or in one rough column you can make a small note of it. Okay, now you got the two numbers, so let us split the middle term. So it becomes 45x square plus 90x minus 14x minus 28 equal to 0. According to this, smaller number is negative and bigger number is positive. So what is the common in these two? We have 45x as common, so we are left with x plus 2. In these two, what is common? Minus 14 is common, x plus 2 is left. And always these two will be always same. If they are not same, it means we have not taken the proper numbers, that our middle terms are not split properly. So once we do this correctly, we will get these two brackets same. In next step, we take that bracket as common factor, and what is left? 45x minus 14. See, from here x plus 2 is taken, 45x is left, minus, and from x plus 2 is taken here, minus 14 is left. Now it is the product of the two linear factors, so we can take these two as x plus 2 equal to 0, or 45x minus 14 equal to 0. So this gives x equal to minus 2, and this gives x equal to 14 by 45. So we got these two roots. Okay, quickly let us take one more example. One more example I am taking as this 15x square plus 38x plus 7 equal to 0. Here b is positive, a into c is also positive. Let p is greater than q, product is positive, therefore numbers p and q have same sign. Now sign of b is positive, therefore both p and q are positive. Now what is the product of 15 and 7? So instead of multiplying, you just factorize them to get 3 into 5 into 7. Sum of two numbers p and q is 38. Now to get 38, try to make different group and check. We observe that 3 and 5 into 7, 35 are numbers whose sum is 38. So we can split the middle term 15x square plus 3x plus 35x plus 7 equal to 0. What is common in first two terms? 3x. We are left with 5x plus 1. Now take 7 common from these two terms. 5x plus 1 is left in the bracket. Now 5x plus 1 is taken common, and 3x plus 7 is second factor. Product of two factors is 0, so one of them must be 0. So 5x plus 1 is 0, or 3x plus 7 is 0. This gives us x equal to minus 1 by 5 and this gives us x equal to minus 7 by 3. Okay, so now you can try some more questions of same type. Thank you.